There's something profoundly compelling about small things carefully arranged, objects that, despite their modest size, command attention and provoke thought. Many abstract wooden sculpture sets do exactly that. At first glance, they may appear like simple pieces of wood arranged in curious configurations, but look closer, and you realize each form, each curve, each angle carries intent, deliberation, and artistry. Unlike larger sculptures that dominate space, these miniatures invite intimacy, encouraging viewers to lean in, to observe nuances in texture, grain, and form that might otherwise go unnoticed. They are sculptures you can hold in your hand, rotate on a desk, or cluster together on a shelf, yet they possess the same power to evoke emotion, spark curiosity, and challenge perception as any monumental work of art. The beauty of a mini abstract wooden sculpture set lies in its interplay between individual pieces and the composition as a whole. Each element is unique, some are angular and geometric, others are curved and fluid, some lean precariously, others rest firmly on small bases. When combined, they create a visual dialogue, an orchestrated rhythm of shapes, shadows, and perspectives. The arrangement is never accidental. Artists spend hours experimenting with positioning, balance, and spacing, ensuring that each piece interacts harmoniously with its neighbors while maintaining its own identity. Even subtle shifts in angle or placement can transform the perception of the entire set, changing how light falls across the surfaces or how shadows play on the surrounding area. Wood is central to this experience. Different species offer contrasting textures, colors, and weights. Maple provides pale, uniform surfaces, while walnut offers deep, warm tones and rich grain patterns. Cherry, oak, and ash each have their own character, and when combined in a single set, they create a miniature forest of textures and hues. Reclaimed wood adds another layer of intrigue, with marks, knots, and weathered surfaces serving as a visual record of time and history. These imperfections are celebrated rather than hidden, guiding the design of each piece and giving the set a character that is impossible to replicate exactly. The wood itself becomes a collaborator in the artistic process, its natural tendencies shaping balance, form, and movement. Many abstract sculpture sets are not just visual, they are tactile. Their forms invite the fingers to explore edges, curves, and planes, creating a direct, physical relationship between viewer and artwork. There is a rhythm in handling the pieces, a small meditation in placing one sculpture next to another, observing how they relate, shifting a form slightly to see the change in dynamics. The experience is sensorial as much as it is visual. The subtle weight of each piece, the smoothness or roughness of the wood, the contrast of different finishes, all contribute to a rich engagement that engages multiple senses simultaneously. Balance is a recurring theme in these sets. Some sculptures teeter on delicate bases, their angular forms creating tension and visual intrigue. Others are grounded, solid, and reassuring, providing a counterpoint to the more daring pieces. This balance is not just physical but aesthetic. Designers carefully consider negative space, the gaps and voids between objects, as crucial components of the composition. Empty space becomes a character in the set, influencing how the eye travels, how shadows play, and how shapes interact. The set is never simply a collection of objects, it is a conversation in 3 dimensions, constantly evolving with every shift of perspective, light, or touch. The abstraction in these sculptures is liberating. By avoiding literal forms, artists open a world of interpretation. A single piece might evoke a mountain, a wave, a fragment of architecture, or nothing recognizable at all. The viewer is invited to project meaning, to find connections and narratives within the forms. When arranged as a set, these pieces create relationships that are dynamic and layered. One shape may echo the curve of another, a small piece might counterbalance a larger one, and together they form a composition that is greater than the sum of its parts. The arrangement can be changed at will, offering endless possibilities for exploration and interaction. Many abstract wooden sculpture sets also encourage mindfulness and reflection. Unlike mass-produced decor, these objects demand attention. Their small size and intricate forms pull the viewer into careful observation. Placing the set on a desk, a shelf, or a windowsill transforms that space into a momentary gallery. Observing the pieces from different angles, noticing how light interacts with the wood, how shadows shift, or how one piece seems to hover above another, encourages presence and contemplation. Even the simple act of rotating a sculpture or adjusting its position becomes an exercise in awareness, patience, and creativity. Crafting these miniatures is an intricate, meticulous process. Artisans begin by selecting wood, often repurposing offcuts or reclaimed pieces to ensure both sustainability and character. Each block is cut, sanded, and shaped with precision, with subtle adjustments made to ensure balance and harmony within the set. Surfaces may be left natural, polished, or lightly stained to enhance grain and tone. Tiny imperfections are acknowledged and embraced, as they contribute to the individuality of each piece. When completed, the set becomes a cohesive entity, a blend of geometry, organic form, and tactile artistry that can be appreciated up close or from a distance. There is also a playful aspect to these sculpture sets. Because they are modular and movable, viewers can experiment with arrangement, testing different compositions and relationships between forms. The process of rearranging becomes a creative exercise, akin to composing music or rearranging a puzzle. Each configuration tells a new story, reveals new dynamics, and offers a fresh visual rhythm. This adaptability ensures the set remains engaging over time, never static, always inviting interaction and discovery. Light plays a critical role in the experience of many abstract wooden sculpture sets. As sunlight shifts through a room or a lamp casts a beam across a shelf, shadows move and stretch across surfaces, changing the perception of each piece. What appeared solid in one lighting may seem delicate or ethereal in another. Layers of shadow and reflection become part of the composition, a secondary artwork created by the environment. Observing these subtle transformations adds depth, encouraging repeated engagement and sustained fascination. Beyond aesthetics, these sets celebrate craftsmanship, materiality, and intention. Each sculpture embodies hours of labor, thought, and decision-making. The selection of wood, the shaping of form, the balance between pieces, all reflect a dialogue between artisan and material. Reclaimed or imperfect wood adds a narrative layer, connecting the object to history, time, and place. This narrative is subtle but profound, enriching the viewer's experience and fostering appreciation for the care and skill behind every creation. Many abstract wooden sculpture sets also have emotional resonance. They can evoke calm, curiosity, playfulness, or introspection depending on form, texture, and arrangement. The viewer's interpretation is never fixed, allowing each interaction to be unique. Some people find comfort in the symmetry of the pieces, while others are drawn to asymmetry, chaos, or tension. The abstraction ensures that meaning is personal, flexible, and evolving, transforming a simple collection of wood into an intimate and dynamic experience. In addition to visual and tactile appeal, these sculpture sets subtly teach principles of balance, composition, and spatial awareness. Observing how shapes interact, how negative space guides the eye, and how weight distribution affects stability is an intuitive lesson in design and physics. The sculptures demonstrate that even miniature forms can possess complexity, requiring attention and thought to fully appreciate. This interplay between aesthetics and structural logic deepens the experience, merging sensory pleasure with intellectual engagement. These sets are versatile in their placement. They can grace a minimalist desk, adorn a bookshelf, punctuate a mantelpiece, or inhabit a quiet corner of a room. Their small scale allows them to fit into intimate spaces, while their abstract forms ensure they draw attention without overwhelming. They transform ordinary surfaces into miniature landscapes, with each piece contributing to a larger narrative of form, texture, and space. Their presence encourages viewers to slow down, notice detail, and engage with the objects actively rather than passively. Many abstract wooden sculpture sets are also inherently social. When displayed in shared spaces, studios, offices, or living rooms, they invite conversation, curiosity, and interpretation. Visitors might speculate on meaning, arrangement, or inspiration, sparking dialogue about art, design, and perception. In this way, the set is not only an individual experience but a communal one, capable of fostering connection and engagement. Ultimately, these sculpture sets are about more than decoration, they are about interaction, reflection, and creativity. They transform ordinary spaces into intimate galleries of motion, shadow, and form. They challenge viewers to notice nuance, appreciate material, and consider relationships between objects. They celebrate craftsmanship, natural imperfection, and intentional design. Each piece, each arrangement, each observation becomes a small meditation, a moment of pause in the pace of modern life. Many abstract wooden sculpture sets remind us that even the smallest objects can carry significance. They teach patience, invite exploration, and create visual harmony from the most humble of materials. They are kinetic in spirit if not literal in motion, dynamic in the way they shift perception and engage the mind. Each arrangement is a fleeting experience, changing subtly with perspective, light, and touch, ensuring that engagement remains fresh, personal, and evolving. In their miniature scale, these abstract wooden sculptures capture the essence of artistry, precision, imagination, balance, and intention. They encourage viewers to observe, interact, and interpret, offering a tactile, visual, and contemplative experience. Even as simple forms, they convey depth, movement, and emotion, making them perfect companions for desks, shelves, or any small space where quiet beauty is desired. Each set tells a story of craftsmanship, materiality, and design, inviting repeated discovery and sustained fascination. The artistry of many abstract wooden sculpture sets lies in their capacity to engage fully with the observer. There is no static moment, no single perspective that tells the whole story. Instead, the experience evolves over time, shaped by light, placement, and interaction. Shadows shift, angles reveal hidden facets, and the relationships between pieces take on new meaning with every glance. This dynamic, ever-changing engagement is at the heart of their allure. In the end, many abstract wooden sculpture sets are more than objects, they are companions in perception and creativity. They embody a marriage of form, texture, and space, inviting exploration, reflection, and appreciation. Every tilt, rotation, and rearrangement offers a new perspective, a fresh interaction, and a subtle reminder that even in miniature, art can transform the spaces we inhabit, the way we move through them, and the attention we bring to the small but extraordinary details of everyday life.